Cyclones will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
It is important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down for the offense. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Huge offense. Don't let us down.
Looking for a man. It's Reed. Catch in the middle. It's big. Now they're starting to feel like they've got a first down at the 44.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Unloads quickly. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Lost the throw again. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass.
You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he added the extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Iowa State's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. They lead by example. Then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And the Cyclones come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Freeman. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The Cyclones with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He is lucky to get that one back. And the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And the offense clearly saying we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep points.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you show your exotic looks, you get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw. That's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Finds his man, it's Green. Turning it off. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
That's Carlos Johnson. That's a brace at the 20. They got him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seen the safety rotation that time. Found a one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Not
Makes the grab and stops it in the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
And he tags on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Crosses the 30. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Completion on the outlet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender.
No
do a better job with ball security.
And the Cyclones now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Caught in the backfield is Gentry. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Motion from the back. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the catch. He is not going to get there. Stop short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. The Cyclones line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you're really stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance. You run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. This is a design run. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Turns it on in midfield. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
Behind the line, it's Bailey. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Off the play fake. Now adjusting. That's it. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On first and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Catch in the middle. It's coming. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Now on first and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. Sends it complete to the right. He's got it, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
You always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And here's the return. And the returner will be dragged down. Iowa State sending the offense back out. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here. Cut into this deficit.
He lobs one high down the left side. Makes a run on the shot. He's loose on the left side. Touchdown, Cyclones! He got a step. It was all over right to the house.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Reed. They're working that right side. Still on his feet at the 45. Out across the 45, out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. Quarterback keeps going. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll line up for a second down play. Now on the move. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down.
And listen, the QB gave everything he had, right? He tried to get the first down. He even laid out. He wasn't worried about getting whacked. He tried to get the first down. Good effort, but just comes up a little bit short.
Got him in. It's Johnson. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Reads it, powers to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Johnson. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Hill. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Looking to throw, it's Reed. It's complete on the right side. Gets it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. And this defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. The sure hands, it's Gentry. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go?
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, and letting them get some positive yards.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. That's Gentry. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rushes on him. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own way.
What kind of field position can he help him with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively, and you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
That's hook. It's Robinson. There he is. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. To the air on first down. That's Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver in the middle of the field.
Fires to the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And at this point of the game, just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set. But they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Right behind the line, it's Gentry. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. And the Cyclones will line up to punt it away. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up These guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulders of those 5 offensive linemen.
They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line. And the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Release by the QB.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Second down coming up. Throws it in. It's Johnson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short.
42, Spider.
Dropping back, it's Reed. He's got the back in the middle. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Grab from backfield. It's big. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Wants to throw again. Throws to the right. Wide open downfield. And it's a touchdown. This is his personal resume reel, trying to win the Olympic award or something.
Highlight after highlight after highlight. He's going to go to social media. He's going to post these. And, hey, a lot of likes, a lot of love, a lot of shares with those plays.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Miami was able to finish off a close one in South Florida today. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. Never know what can happen when 2 good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Picks up the first down, still moving. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Going to swing it on second down. Comes out. What a disastrous play.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Cyclones will punt this one away.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What can you do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So first down, we'll open up the final period.
Keep going.
In the backfield, it's Bailey. 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and man, he's been accurate throwing the rock.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And on second down for this offense.
Run it up the gut.
Pulls and fires complete. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in and out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving.
They'll run the off-the-ball play here. Cross the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, commit to it, and getting the first down.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line.
Rita. Can't stop us. Cobra.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. Firing to the right, complete. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, was taking care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Next going for the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Got it.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Igloo.
It's Bailey. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, man, it's hard to throw down here in the red zone. These windows are tiny and they close fast, so there was nowhere to go in the end zone there. That time having to check it down. A nice job by the defense rallying.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play where they get you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
Second down, they'll go to the edge. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can.
Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Wants to throw. It's Reed. Unloads to the right. Finds a man in the middle. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to throw on first down. Fires on the move. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Looking to throw again. Grabs over the middle. It's coming. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Short gain. A lot of urgency for this offense. Making side adjustments here. Second down, he'll throw. Fires into the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the two. It's complete to the right. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And they try to pass forward, and they complete the pass, and you just need a little second effort, something to break a tackle and maybe get in the end zone, but they weren't able to get it.
Bringing it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking to throw on first down. Out of trouble and throw.